Hey brother, have you filled your tank up yet? Have you filled up your gas tank yet? Today is Fill Up Friday. We help people fill their gas tank.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Can I help you fill your gas tank? Yeah? Okay, let's do it.
Come on.
The whole thing?
Oh.
Yes, whole thing. I actually like to do it because with my card, I get dollar for dollar points.
Oh, yeah?
So whenever I help people, it gives me points that I get to go spend on new shoes and stuff online. Yeah, Tranzact card.
Yeah.
There we go.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's nice to meet you, brother. Have a good day.
You too, thank you.
Dude, we just love serving people. That's what Tranzact card's all about.
Number of takeaways from this video is that when you are being approached by someone trying to recruit you into an MLM pyramid scheme, this one is called Tranzact card. They'll use familial terms like brother to get your defenses down. If they see that your first language probably isn't English, they'll speak very slowly so they make sure you understand them. These commercial cults all use the same recruitment tactics. Fill Up Friday, the one I was part of, Wealth Wednesday. We're not trying to recruit people, we're just serving you. You see a post that looks like this or this, it's a pyramid scheme. Hey, brother, you're in a pyramid scheme.
There's another MLM pyramid scheme out there that's scamming your friends and family, and it's getting people to leave their current MLM or network marketing business and sign up with this one. And it's really sad. It's called Tranzact card. You might have heard of this. Roberta Blevins has been speaking about this, as has Aaron Bees, and go check out their content. They're doing great work, spreading awareness about this scam. So before I get started, if you're in Tranzact card and you're, coming onto my content for the first time, I have a zero tolerance policy for cult apologists. What does that mean? It means if you say this business is unlike any other business opportunity, I don't tolerate that shit. You will be blocked. Your comment will be removed. When you wake up, you're welcome back. But my platform, I have been very clear from the beginning. When I left in 2021, started to speak out against multi-level marketing, the abuse, the coercion, the exploitation, and the fraud. That my areas on the internet are going to be for safe spaces for people to speak out. Survivors, this place isn't for you. You're not entitled to your opinion. You're not entitled to leave a comment. You're not entitled to fuck all. Do we have an understanding? Thank you. Welcome. So Tranzact card, as I said, it is a pyramid scheme. And I found this video on YouTube, and I thought we could just take a look at it. I'm not going to break it down and analyze what they're saying. I'm going to point out why this is a scam. I find it, for me, it's unnecessary to keep talking about what each multi-level marketing company, their product is about, because it's irrelevant. The products are irrelevant. The scam is the same scam. Doesn't matter what MLM we're talking about. And it's important to create this awareness in people where they can just identify it instead of getting bogged down in the ingredients of a skincare product. The ingredients of a skincare product or the way a rep is applying their makeup has absolutely nothing to do with the scam, the problem. And we need to, that's the larger issue. That's what I see. So that's why, I made that one Bravenly Global video explaining why it's a pyramid scheme, because Bravenly Global could be your MLM. Bravenly Global is Tranzact. It's the same thing. And you're going to see in this video why it's the same. It's so stupid. They have this thing called the power of geometric growth. The problem is the geometric growth is a triangle. It keeps expanding at the base. So baseline understanding, you don't need to get into a lot of details about what these companies' compensation plans. They're always convoluted as fuck. They never make any sense. They're not intended to, because it's all a mask for the fraud that these money laundering cultic rackets. So basically what Tranzact is you're going to get a bank card, very special bank card. It's disrupting the banking industry. It's always disrupting the industry. And with this special bank card, if you pay $495 US, and then an extra $50 a month, plus a 10% service fee every month, then you can save money on buying your diapers. You earn Zed bucks, and that you can only redeem these Zed bucks at a Zed Club, their special Zed store. So in this Zed Club, where you can redeem your Zed bucks, they're going to have flash sales, just like Monet. Okay, let's take a look at this video. I put this at 1.25 speed just so we can get through this.
Very simple. If you become a digital branch office, a DBO, and you bring
It just started on here, so it just launches right in. So he's calling it a DBO, which is funny because Amway is an IBO. But it's not that funny when you realize that all multi-level marketing companies clone from Amway. So Amway, meet your distant relative in Tranzact card. You got a DBO and an IBO. A DBO and an IBO walk into a bar. You can't make this shit up.
in any Transact card members at TCM, you're going to get paid a certain base point every time they swipe their card. Now, if you want to get a bigger base point every time they swipe their card, then that's where we're going to go over in this compensation plan, how you can make more, how you can become, a bigger rank.
Here's our first example. Look at this. Just wait. You always want to see how long is it going to take before they reveal that they're a pyramid scheme, and they draw the people beneath you. They call them different names, with Transact card, it's DBO. And if you are here and you're watching this and maybe you were in Transact card, but you're starting to question, good for you for continuing to be here. It's really important for you to critically think. And what I mean by that is to question, why are you so defensive about people pointing out that this is a scam? You don't know these people who are so whipped up into this frenzy of greed. Aaron Bees did an excellent live reaction to a Transact card opportunity call. And the two individuals on that call, it was a revolting display of greed. They were almost breathless with excitement, just the future potential of them earning millions of dollars. And it's all speculation. This is all, influencers are going to get affiliate codes and they're just going to give us all these customers. And I don't know about you, but none of this is reality. This is all just conjecture. And you're caught up in this whirlpool of this frenzy of getting in at a ground floor opportunity. How much money have you made? How much money have you made right now? Not what I can make and not that I've been in the industry. All those excuses, wipe them to the side. Cold, hard data will tell you the truth. You are caught up in a scam and you don't want to admit it. And I know it really hurts, but this is catching a lot of people, even people who have left, they thought they'd left multi-level marketing. They're caught up in this frenzy. And there will be another one. This is like another Elomere. It'll limp along. They say all the same things. The disruption of the industry. Wouldn't you have liked to have been at Amazon when it first started? This isn't Amazon. Every multi-level marketing company says this. And if you've been in multi-level marketing, you know this. I was in Mon 8. Mon 8 said the same thing. I mean, come on. You know this. Get out now. Cut your losses. Don't wait. That's called sunk cost fallacy. You keep throwing good money after bad. You're like, oh, Julie, now you have a poor money mindset because you're labeling good money and bad money. Just think about what you're doing. You need to be able to walk away. All right, let's get back in this.
Okay. Now there's definitely some leadership positions. You got manager, you got senior manager, you got vice president, senior vice president, and then you have a president. And for each one of these positions, you're going to get paid more every time your TCMs swipe their card. Okay. So what does that mean? So let's just say right here, the power.
What does it mean? It doesn't matter what it means, because this is the same thing as saying managing market partner. Your very first rank in Mon 8 is an MP, and then it goes MMP, and then it goes MB. No, then it goes AMB. Then it goes MB. Then it goes MMB. Then it goes AMM. Then it goes MM. Then it goes MMM. Then it goes AED. Then it goes ED. Then it goes SED. It doesn't matter. The ranks are ridiculous. Senior executive director with Mon 8. That's the one I was gunning for. I made it to managing market builder, MMB. Now you have like the TCM, the ABC, ABCD, swipe your card, and the TCM is going to like rank you. It's like, Jesus Christ, just stop.
Our commission. Okay. If you, as a DBO, you bring in, a Bev, Aunt Bay, Steven, Carl, Erica, and
you recruit them.
As they're swiping their cards, you're going to get 10 basis.
You're not recruiting them. They're swiping their cards. And I wonder why, because you know what happens? The distributors are your customers. That's the bulk of your customers.
points. Now, this is if you're just a DBO. Now, remember, over here to the right, it's going to tell you there's, if you're a manager, you'll get 6 basis points. If you're a senior manager, you'll get 7. If you're a vice president, you get 8. If you're a senior vice president, you get 9. If you're president, you will get 10. Right?
Does this make sense? No, it's not supposed to. Every compensation plan does this, and Tranzact card is just adding to the confusion. It just means nothing. Any kind of side hustle that is presenting itself like this is a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme scam. I'll keep repeating it because it's fooling a lot of people. And I haven't seen this level of pushback from reps since Amway. It's very reminiscent of Amway. It's the same stench of entitlement that Amway IBOs have, that same moral high ground and judgment that you see from Amway IBOs, very similar to these Tranzact reps that are sucked right in. And these are good people. A lot of them are good people that are just, they really want to make some extra money. They believe that this is a great opportunity. They're caught up in the frenzy. They're making these posts on Facebook, trying to recruit people, attending all these different meetings and repeating everything that they're told by other people who have left other multi-level marketing companies, and nobody knows what in the fuck is going on. And then they're listening to an opportunity call like this where they're explaining the compensation plan. Can you imagine if this fucker rolled up into the Shark Tank? He'd be laughed out of there so fast.
Right. This is going to show you, we're going to go into detail exactly what you get for each ranking that you are. Okay. So let's start with digital branch officer. You're just basically a DBO. Okay. That means that you've signed up, you have your own branch office, and you were going to go start signing up TCMs. Well, as those TCMs come in, you're going to get, as you can tell right here, anybody who's personally sponsored, you're going to get 10 basis points. Anybody who's corporately assigned to you, you're going to get 5 basis points. Anybody who is a community sponsor, that means any of your DBOs that are underneath you that are bringing people in, those will be 5 basis points. And then any of your personal DBOs that you bring in, you'll get 10 basis points from them. So
you might be asking yourself, oh, I get a digital branch office. You get nothing. It's just a name. It's like independent business owner from Amway, IBO, but this is DBO, digital bank office. You don't own a bank. You're not a bank manager. You're in a pyramid scheme. And you're like trying to recruit other people and you're trying to sell them. Oh, get this really amazing bank card with all the other shady shit our fucking founders have done. Oh, we have never been involved in a Ponzi scheme ever. The problem when you get sucked up into one of these schemes is that you very quickly not even filter out any criticism, but you will block it out because you are so terrified of finding out the truth that you've been scammed. You got to watch out for this one. It's sucking in a lot of people.
Typing, and then any community sponsored, then you'll get 5 basis points from them. Okay, now remember, this is going to go 5 levels deep in commission.
Remember that number, 5 levels deep. It's the magic of 5. Same as Bravenly Global, same as so many different multi-level marketing companies where it's all you have to do is recruit 5 people and teach those people to then recruit 5 people. No. Just go out and find people, and there'll be some assigned to you via the community, and then there'll be signed of the TECM, and then there'd be that. It all comes down to the same thing. Find 5 people. Power of 2. Just find 2 people, and then help those 2 people find 2 people. It's endless chain recruitment. You're in like a big, extravagant chainmail fraud. You're in a pyramid scheme. The product is irrelevant. All of this convoluted mind fuckery is meant to be like, it'll make sense as you rank up. Red flag. This is a scam from the very beginning. Him garbling on about DBO, scam. You should, at this point, when you see something like this, you should close up your computer. You should turn and like slam the door and get the fuck away. This is a scam. You're going to get it's going to get easier and easier to identify these. As soon as it doesn't take much. Once you wake up, then you're going to see this. Well, some of my friends that have been in rank makers, they're sucked into this. So I'm thinking, oh God, you're just sucked right into another one. I'd seen another ex-rank maker. They're like, I'm done MLM. They got sucked into a crypto scam, a crypto pyramid scheme.
And we'll show you guys how you guys can get.
It was actually part of that whole Omega Pro Ponzi scheme. They thought they were in something so different and they refused. This is the thing. When you refuse to do actual research, that means not just listening to the person who is breathless and excited calling you stupid. that you are wasting this amazing opportunity, that's not doing your research. That's listening to a con artist. Doing your research, go on behindmlm.com. See how many times the person has been arrested behind your company for fraud, for being involved in a Ponzi scheme. Does that make you uncomfortable and uncertain? Good, it should. Because you're actually doing research now. You should not be investing with this company. This isn't investment. This is throwing money into a pit. And you're going to be recruiting people. You'll be getting customers. You'll get a few people. You might get a few people. You might get nobody. But for everybody that you bring into this, you're going to be having to deal with the guilt of having brought them into this scam. And that's, the financial losses are hard, but man, that moral injury is something else.
A little bit more, right? I can tell right here. Okay, so
Here
to
we
become
go.
the next position, that's going to be a manager. So that means that you're
It only took 2 hours it only took 2 minutes and 21 seconds to get into this. Guys, we are absolutely not a pyramid scheme. I'm just going to let you know, Tranzact card is completely unlike anything you've ever seen. This is a bank card that is going to disrupt the banking industry. Big bank is like big pharma. They don't care about us. They don't care about us little guys, small business owners that are just trying to make ends meet. No, Tranzact card cares about us. We are absolutely not like a pyramid scheme at all.
going to have to bring in 3 DBOs. That is it. Not only will you get $500 rebate check back for.
That's it. You only got to bring in 3. And then you teach those 3 to bring in 3. Fuck. It's always the same.
Bringing in 3 DBOs. You're also going to have the rank of manager, which means that you're going to get a little bit of boost when people are swiping their cards. As you see right here, you'll now get 6 levels of commissions deep. Okay.
This is what is meant by you are recruiting people into your pyramid scheme, like recruitment. You're getting compensated on the recruitment of other people. And I just want to clear something up here too. If you have been in multi-level marketing, or maybe you're in Tranzact card and you're starting to like shake the shackles, these chains of fraud from you. You're starting to wake up, but you're like, but I don't understand, Julie. I've been in multi-level marketing. I've been in network marketing. I have seen people come in after me and rise to the top. Therefore, that means it's not a pyramid scheme. That is not the definition of a pyramid scheme. You can have that happen in a pyramid scheme. Let that marinate. Just take a big fucking breath in. Just think of what I just said. Yes, you can have someone that didn't start at the very beginning of the pyramid scheme. You can have someone that has come in 10 years later, as an example, and can rise up to the top. That doesn't mean it's not a pyramid scheme. That happens in these fraudulent cultic rackets. Did you know that according to Section 55.1 of Canada's Competition Act, it doesn't say any of those excuses that we're taught in multi-level marketing as to what differentiates a pyramid scheme from a legitimate MLM. That first excuse that we always like to trot out, but I know someone, my upline, my coach, joined this company and ranked up, beat everybody else above him. Not according to Section 55.1 of Canada's Competition Act. Has absolutely nothing to do with the definition of a scheme of pyramid selling. Also, my MLM can't be a pyramid scheme because we sell products. Again, has nothing to do with whether or not it's considered a scheme of pyramid selling in Canada. If you're in the US, you should familiarize yourself with the 2-pronged Costco pyramid scheme test. The FTC hasn't liked to use this since 1974. However, they do bring this out every once in a while, especially in the last Success by Health ruling. Any business is a pyramid scheme if it has these 2 elements. The participants must pay money to the company in return for the right to sell a product. 2, participants must pay money to the company in return for the right to receive rewards that are unrelated to the sale of products to ultimate users, for recruiting other participants into the program. That's the Costco pyramid scheme test. Did you see in those 2 elements, did it say anything in there about it's not a pyramid scheme if your MLM sells products? The answer is no. In that description, Did it say anything in there that if somebody came in 5-10 years after you did and you saw them rank up and beat their uplines, that therefore that is not a pyramid scheme? No, because it's completely irrelevant. Those are thought terminating cliches. You're defending a scam and you don't even know the definition of a pyramid scheme.
Over here to the right, you can read all this stuff. We're just going over the basics right now. If you want to really dig into this, you can pause this and read the development bonuses and the promotions and all that good stuff as well. But right here, anytime somebody swipes their card, you're going to now, instead of getting 10 basis points, you're going to get 12. Instead of getting 5, you're going to get 6. Okay, now let's go over how you become a senior manager.
How do you think they're going to become a senior manager? Just take a wild guess. Do you think that the pyramid might have to grow? Do you think that your recruits might need to possibly recruit other people? I don't know. Let's take a guess. It's like, put your answer below. Are they gonna recruit more people? Is this a legitimate business? I mean, it's the same shape as every business out there. Therefore, that means it's not a pyramid scheme too, because that also isn't in the definition according to the cost-caught pyramid scheme test. Also, it has nothing to do with Section 55.1 of Canada's Competition Act.
What's going to happen here is you're going to need to make sure that all 3 of your DBOs that are underneath you have at least 3 DBOs underneath them. Then they're going to become a manager.
Did you hear that? You have to make sure that all 3 DBOs also recruit 3 DBOs. He is describing a pyramid scheme. This is classic. Bravenly did this with 5x5. And they have it on their geometric growth. They call this the power of 2, the power of 3. This is what a pyramid scheme looks like. It doesn't matter that you've saved money on your fucking Huggies diapers. Jesus Christ, look at this. Just stop the hyperbole, set down your phone and set down your ego and just look at this. This is a pyramid scheme. You are in a scam. And whether you know people who have made a lot of money or not, therefore that means it's not a pyramid scheme, is also not in the definition of what is considered a pyramid scheme according to the cost-caught pyramid scheme test, nor is it talked about in Section 55.1 of Canada's Competition Act. There will be people who benefit. There will be a very small percentage of people who will greatly benefit from being in a pyramid scheme. That does not mean that it is not a pyramid scheme. It's a fraud. Of course, there's going to be people that benefit from it. That's how these frauds work. If nobody benefited, nobody would be attracted to it. It needs to feed into the story, the awe. This slide right here is a pyramid scheme. Anytime you see someone giving you a presentation where all you have to do is recruit 3 people and then teach those people to recruit also the same amount of people, you're in a scam. And this is sad.
You're going to do that then one more time here, and then you're going to do that one more time right over here. Okay. Now, once you have 3 managers underneath you, you'll then become a senior manager, and then your rank's going to go a little bit higher. You'll now get paid 7 levels of commissions. Okay. You also get a $7 lead.
So what is a scheme of pyramid selling according to Section 55.1 of Canada's Competition Act? It's a scheme of pyramid selling if it has one or more of the following features. It only needs one. And they list 4 here. The first one is requires a payment for the right to receive compensation for recruiting others into the MLM plan, compensation for recruitment. It requires a payment for the right to receive compensation. You need to pay to play. You need to pay for the right to receive compensation for recruiting others into Tranzact card. Ding, ding, ding. First one. All you need is one. Tranzact card is a pyramid scheme according to Section 55.1 of Canada's Competition Act. But there's 3 more that we could look at. Second, requires purchases as a condition of participation. You need to swipe this fucking card. Purchase requirement other than a specified amount of product at the seller's cost for the purpose of facilitating sales. So they'll bamboozle their way out of this by saying, oh, but you're just using this card on purchases that you would already be spending on, and then you get these Z bucks. They just make it as convoluted as fuck. Third, includes inventory loading. Fourth, lacks a buyback guarantee on reasonable commercial terms, or participants are not informed about the guarantee. But you don't need 4 of these things to be considered a scheme of pyramid selling in Canada. You just need one. And Tranzact card has already fulfilled that requirement. In the very first one, requiring a payment for the right to receive compensation for recruiting others into the MLM plan.
Leadership bonus. and you get $50 development grants for every manager that you develop underneath you. Plus, you'll get some matching leadership bonuses as well. Okay. Now, what you're going to do when people swipe their cards, you'll get 14 basis points now instead of 12. You'll get 7 basis points instead of 6. All right. Now, let's figure out how to get to vice president. Well, the vice president, you're going to make sure.
What do you think is going to happen? Take a wild guess. Here we go. The pyramid gets bigger and bigger.
You're going to have 3 senior managers underneath you. That means 3 people have to be senior managers.
Look at that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Underneath you. Okay. 3 of your directs need to become senior managers.
This is a totally duplicatable system, you guys. Don't listen to all these haters, these people pointing out that you're a part of a fraud or a scam. This is mathematically guaranteed to happen if you just work on your mindset. You can't make this shit up.
Once you achieve this, you'll now be a vice president. You'll be able to get paid 8 levels of commissions. Your leadership bonus will now be $8, and your matching bonus is the same as well. You'll now get 16 basis points for any personals that you bring in, and 8 for anybody that your team brings in. Now let's go over how.
I just want to say something else too. When you're looking at something like this and you're still having resistance, maybe you're looking at this and you're like, yeah, but Julie, I know people who have made money. Yes, but do you also know that the bulk of these people that are at the bottom, and you may be one of them, or the people you bring in will be at the bottom, they are guaranteed to lose, and you will have to live with that. So while you're caught up in this frenzy of hyperbole and excitement, and you think, oh, this is going to change my family, you will be defrauding other people. You will be lying to them. You will exploit them. You will listen to your uplines, and you'll do trainings like this, and then you will accuse people that they just didn't work hard enough, that there's something wrong with them. You might start psychologically abusing them. So just think of that when you get into this. Is that what you're going to sign up for? Did you also sign a clause saying that you need to go on to watch YouTube videos or go look at TikToks and leave these really strange comments defending a company and people that you don't know and getting it factually incorrect? You are defending a Trojan horse, and the world is pointing out to you that you're being defrauded. And you're angry at the people who are pointing out to you, strangers on the internet, saying, for God's sakes, cash out and run, because you're gonna get hurt. And if you don't, if you're one of the people that are making money, you're going to be hurting others. And God help you when you wake up from this, because you're going to have to reconcile that you've hurt people. And it's even worse if you start mimicking your uplines and blaming everybody below you that they just didn't work hard enough. You're going to have to live with that guilt. But good thing you're getting in at the ground floor opportunity. This is a pyramid scheme. This is not how businesses work. This isn't how Amazon works. This isn't how Walmart works. You do not need to recruit other people. You go to a job, you get paid. Stop the thought-terminating cliches. Think about what you're saying and ask yourself, why are you so defensive? Whereas before, you could sit down and rationally see, this doesn't make any sense. Why are you so defensive? It's because you're in a commercial cult. And a lot of people participating in Tranzact have bounced from one MLM to another. It's called cult hopping. And if you're here from Tranzact, you're still watching this, I know you don't like hearing that. But that's the truth. And hopefully more and more of you see it, and then you get out.
To get to the next one, which is senior vice president. Okay. What happens is you got to get 6 total vice presidents underneath you. So remember right here, to become a vice president, you have to have 3 senior managers underneath you. Well, now you have to have 6 direct signups at the senior vice president mark. Once it's happened, you'll now get 9 levels of matching bonuses.
This is recruitment. It's continued recruitment. You recruit others who recruit others who recruit others who recruit others. Don't talk about, but you don't need to recruit others. You do need to recruit others in order to make the big money. because that's what all these opportunity calls, that's what this whole opportunity is about. And you know it. So don't try to pretend and repeat everything that we're said, everything that we're taught and coached to do in MLM. But you can just sell the shampoo if you want. You don't have to recruit anybody. Lead with the business opportunity if you want to grow your business. It's recruitment. Whether you don't have to recruit or whether you can just sell products has absolutely nothing to do with the definition of a scheme of pyramid selling. You don't know what the legal definition of a scheme of pyramid selling is. And yet, that is how you're meeting criticism and how you are squashing your own critical thinking. You're not thinking clearly. And people are out here trying to warn you because many of us have been burned. Because many of us were defrauded too, and we exploited others. And we know what it's like outside of this, trying to make amends for what we've done and trying to warn others.
Or not matching bonuses. You'll now get up to 9 levels of commissions. You also get $9 in leadership bonuses. And you'll get 18 basis points instead of the 16 before, and 9 basis points for anybody corporately assigned or community sponsored type deal. All right. Now, to get to president, you're going to have 9 total vice presidents directly underneath you. Now, when you get to president, this is the highest you're going to get. You're going to get 10 levels of commissions. You're also going to get 20 basis points on, when your TCM swipe their cards, and 10 basis points for anybody that's in the community. Same goes for the DBOs and community sponsored DBOs. Okay. Here's a summary synopsis. This is what you can do right here. Take a snapshot, take a look. The manager development, you get $500.
You don't need to take a snapshot and take a look. What you need to do is take a snapshot, take a look of that structure where you need to recruit other people. That's all you need to know. All this other stuff is superfluous. How do you say that word? It's irrelevant. You don't need to look at this in any more detail. It does not matter if your bank card has benefited you, just as you could use Monate skincare and it could really moisturize your skin. Or take a beach body shake and you really like it and you lost some weight and that's what you wanted to do. Again, that has absolutely nothing to do, according to the 2-pronged cost-cut pyramid scheme test and section 55.1 of Canada's Competition Act, of whether it is defined as a scheme of pyramid selling. You can benefit from your products. You can like your bank card. Has nothing to do with whether you're in a fraud or not. You're in a pyramid scheme and you don't know it, and you're fighting hearing the truth. And that's disturbing. What would you do if you had a friend or a family member, say you have an elderly parent, that somebody phones them up and says to them, I need you to send me $10,000 to any country. And I'm not going to give you any more information, but I have this amazing opportunity and you just need to take me at my word. You're like, well, that's completely different, Julie. That's nothing at all like this. But would you warn them? Would you say this is a scam? It's a rhetorical question too. I know you would. And that's what people out here are trying to do for you. It is the same thing. I've stripped down the tinsel, the garland, the bells and whistles, the bare bones, all of these graphics. It's just nonsense. It's meant to distract you. You're in a pyramid scheme.
$1 rebate for the 3 that you bring underneath you, $50, 10 levels deep, all the way for any managers that you are building. And there's going to be a lot of managers getting built as this goes. And you can take a look at the DB and DBOs charges $1,500 a month after their Visa on their Visa bank card. And in 2022, the average.
I'm going to make this bigger just so you see this. So he's talking about personally enroll 3 DBOs, and then it suddenly jumps to group grows to total 100 DBOs. 2 assumptions. Each of the DBOs accumulates 10 TCMs over a period of time. Like, this is just ridiculous. There's these assumptions that are being made. With these assumptions, your monthly income is $3,143. That's a lot of assumptions, and they're incorrect assumptions. You know what they say about assumptions?
Average American spent $1,500 per month on their debit card. Well, your income would be $3,143. This does not include $50 grants paid 10 levels deep. Okay. Now let's go with another one. You personally enroll 3 DBOs. Each DBO grows to a total of 100 DBOs eventually over a period of time. of 300, then that's 3,000 TCMs in your
How they whip by so quickly. Same two assumptions. Oh, your monthly income is $10,050, which is kind of funny because I haven't seen this video in its entirety, but I just pulled that example of your elderly parent getting a phone call from someone saying, just send me $10,000. And you would say to them, that's ridiculous. You don't know anything about this. They're just telling you to trust them. You really like them. You're already defending them, even though you haven't earned any money. But this is this amazing opportunity. You need to send them money. I just pulled that example out of my ass. And yet, oddly enough, so did this guy. $10,000. Make some assumptions. Your monthly income, be about $10,050.
community. Same two assumptions as above. Your monthly income would be $10,050. That does not include $50 grants. All right. Another scenario right here. You personally enrolled 6 DBOs. Each DBO grows to a total of 100 DBOs. Eventually,
there's something in fine print here that just caught my eye, and it's right here. It says in 2022, Americans spent an average of $1,500 a month on debit cards. Well, that's not what I spent a month on my debit cards, on my debit card. I wonder how accurate that information is. This has nothing to do with Tranzact card. They're pulling in data that is meant with numbers, and it's meant to confuse you, thinking, wow, if I could just get this special card in the hands of all those people who are already spending this money, I could just become a millionaire and I could help my downline rank up. That's another assumption. There's a lot more than just two assumptions being made throughout this presentation.
For a total of 600, that's 6,000 TCMs in your community. So the same two assumptions, which is above, your monthly income would be $20,550, and this does not include $50 grants. Okay. Here's another one. You personally enroll 9 DBOs. Each DBO grows to a total of 100 DBOs. Eventually, for a total of 900, that's 9,000 TCMs in your community. With the same two assumptions, you could make $31,050. And then here's another one right here as well. On average,
he's just
basically your
whipping through
DBO
this now. He is just whipping through this. Look at all this fine print. It's like two assumptions, same two assumptions, same two assumptions, same two assumptions. He's got the power of two of assumptions according in this. This is just nonsense. Let's just get through this.
Is worth about $34.50 a month to you in commissions with the same two assumptions as we had above. Cool. All right. So the power of growth.
Here we go.
Right here.
This is the best part. The power of geometric growth. You cannot make this shit up. Wait for it.
If you start this out and you do a power of 2 and you build it 62 total DBOs in your organization, it'd be about $2,139 you could make. The power of 3 would get to $12,000, which is $10,000 more. The power of 4, which would get to $47,000, that's $37,000 more. As you can see right here, the more the powers that you bring in 4, you teach them how to bring in 4, your money grows.
Here we go. The power of 5. You cannot make this shit up. And this is like another classic model. I showed this in Bravenly. 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. They always cut it off at this spot. They cut it off like around here, like this the level 5, 3,125, because if they go any further, this is what you see. You see this, you start to see the truth. But people are enthralled with this prospect of making all this money. And it's sad. This is just a common scam. And it's coming up into the holidays too. So people are going to be putting in their money, buying even more purchases, probably purchasing flash sales that's with this Tranzact card.
Grows and grows. You bring in 5, you teach them how to bring in 5. You're making $134,000 per month, right? And powers of 6. You bring in 6.
So no, you can't. You can't be recruiting 5 people who recruit 5 people because it is mathematically impossible to do so. And you know that. There's only a few people that are going to do that, and they're at the top of the pyramid. And yes, they might come in later on. But you have to think you're also fighting against all these other. You're fighting against Amway, competing against Herbalife, New Skin, Melaleuca. Ooh, they don't like to call themselves an MLM, although they're the member of the Direct Sellers Association. They're an MLM. Melaleuca, you're in an MLM. This is so sad just seeing this.
Them how to bring in 6. That's $321,000 per month you could be making, which is $187,000 more than what you made before. Now, if that doesn't blow you away, I'm not sure what will. You get paid.
You know what blows me away is that you're trying to recruit people into this pyramid scheme and talk about that like as if this is a legitimate business opportunity. Shame on you. I'd like to know if your Tranzact card is disrupting the banking industry, if you're teaching people to track their income and their expenses. If they're a DBO, they should be quite familiar with business expenses. Maybe you could ask your brothers from Amway, they're IBOs. They might be able to help you out.
Every time somebody swipes their card, only 5,000 available DBO positions. It's $500, and you find 3 other DBOs, you get a $500 rebate, so it's absolutely free. How cool is that?
Wow. Okay, so that's that. Now, this is a scam. This is a pyramid scheme. So I wanted to end with this. I posted this on my Instagram today. I'm going to share with you a conversation I had with a fellow rank maker on June 1st, 2021. Well, it was the beginning of June because I responded the next day. And this was 11 days after my dad had died. And I think I'll read my Instagram post to you because, you know, talking about it, it's emotional, but it's important to show what happens in multi-level marketing, what we think is normal, and how we rationalize that behavior. And I ended up checking on the individual who had sent me this message in 2021. And she's now in Tranzact card. You can't, like, the odds of this actually happening. So she has been in multi-level marketing since when I was in Rank Makers. And she's now in Tranzact card. Hi, Julie. Happy June 1st. Hope you are doing well. I'm so sorry about your dad passing. I know we haven't talked much as Facebook friends, but I wanted to invite you to my new favorite obsession and have you get in on my giveaways. There's no purchase necessary, and I give away over $100 worth of activewear every week. Would it be okay to tag you on the giveaway so you can see how easy it is to enter? No worries if not. I waited a day, and then I responded. And I've blocked out their name. I'm grossed out and taken aback that you're using my dad's death as a connection point to prospect me. It's challenging for me to respond to this message because it's clear there is a total lack of empathy. You need to know that this kind of prospecting message is not okay. I wish you all the best. Don't contact me again. But of course, she contacts me again. I am totally out of line. I apologize with everything I am. It was uncalled for. I am sorry. That is not how I conduct myself. I know you probably won't see this, but I am so, so sorry. I am such an effing idiot. I really don't know what on earth I was thinking. And then this was my response. I posted this on Instagram today, and this is what I want to read to you because I'll be able to articulate it better than just trying to talk about it now. Anyway, it was June 1st, 2021, a mere 11 days after my dad passed away. A fellow rank maker sent me this prospecting message. I was still in MLM at the time, but beginning to wake up. It would be December of that year I exited and began speaking out. Looking back on this message 2 years later, I have a deeper perspective on things. She was aware her behavior was abnormal. She says that this isn't how she conducts herself, and yet she is conducting herself in this manner, making excuses, no accountability. It's because she was brainwashed and still is. I checked on her profile today and discovered she's with Tranzact card now, posting about Zbucks. It's funny when I posted on Facebook how outraged I was about receiving this message. This was back in 2021. Keep in mind, my dad had passed away unexpectedly. I had called the hospital to let them know how their incompetence had cost my dad his life. The doctor called my mom the next morning to apologize and list all the things that she should have done differently. I was fucking enraged. This was my state of mind at the time. I was also caring for my mom and doing all the things that needed to be done. I'm proud that I was able to show this woman empathy even while I was still in MLM and deeply fucked up because of my dad's passing. I remember all these rank makers flooding the comments of my post, being so shocked that someone would send me a message like this. And every one of them has done similar things. The delusion, the hypocrisy, and the mind control that thousands of people experienced in that group alone. I do hope this individual gets out one day. She will have to reconcile. She behaved this way, just as we all have to. Even after I told her to not contact me again, she just had to get the last word in. This is multi-level marketing.